What up, Joe? Welcome to another episode, season 15, the middle round with JLE, where we treat you like family. I'm your host, author, musician, journalist, CEO, Jeffrey L. Edwards, JLE. And today's guest will be me, founder, best-selling author, 5-time published, musician, journalist, CEO, speaker, host of 4 JLE brand shows, Ground Floor, Sports Lounge, and my latest show, JLE Lounge Radio Show. And this episode, we got great interviews coming up, great guests the last 2 weeks of this month. Wanted to get in here because I was doing the work preparing, and I noticed over the week I'm in episode 338, and like, wow. When you grind and doing the work, I don't always stop and pay and just let it soak in, but man, 338 episodes. And we're approaching season 5 years of this journey in March. And I rebooted my show back in 21. And when I rebooted the show, I didn't know what the journey would hold. No, I watched political shows, sports shows, debate shows. I feel like I had something to say. I didn't know this journey would take me to interviewing people. I would have to get that to my author big brothers, Chris Mattoon and author Major Shepard L. They wrote some phenomenal books. Then they encouraged me to write my first book. I wrote about my journey getting my management degree and a little bit of story about my life growing up in Detroit. I just figured I'd do 22 episodes. That's about it. I ain't really know what else would come from it. But it's been a lot of great interviews. Been humbled to check out. Over 43 countries now, all age demographics listen to the show. At the end of the year, I'm always someone's top show, or top 5 or top 10 show. And I just been rolling with the journey and learning to get better in doing this. And I will say, in doing it, you start learning about purpose, something I never thought about. I was just trying to get a degree, make some more money. And I'm like, okay. But you learn about your purpose because you don't really think about why you're here, what you should be doing. And this became my purpose. So through all the social medias, been able to meet a lot of great people to interview, share their story on how they got to where they are, and impart some wisdom to people. And it's been pretty cool. I would say some of my best episodes was my author big brothers, former high school classmate Terry. She has her own salon. And for that interview, I was able to start the Ground Floor show, social show, talk about all different topics. She helped me get that off the ground. I always appreciate that. And I interviewed Assistant U.S. District Attorney Terrence Hagelbook. And that whole process was crazy because when you work for the government, man, they do want to know what you want. So So I sent them the questions like, I'm just trying to know what made you become a lawyer, bro. I don't need to know nothing GA classified. That ain't my business. And it was kind of funny because after I interviewed him, he do a lot of great mentoring for young black males to help them out. People I may have reached out to be a guest on the show once they saw him, and I guess the cachet of his title opened more doors for people to rock with me. And I'm leaving somebody getting something out of it because I didn't think about analytics of countries or who would listen to it. It's my cat going on. And 43 countries, man. I didn't think the new generation, I had some that they wanted to rock with, but they rock with it. So it's been a pretty cool journey. And it's branched out to me doing more with all the different titles I got. You know? I mean, I always just wanted to do music. I was always doing that. But writing and learning more about the writing. Appreciate you tuning in. But and I ain't know no one doing this. I mean, I was on the school paper in high school back in 93, but then never thought nothing about being a journalist, except doing it that little time period. But you do the research, you learn, you get better. And getting in front of a camera, in front of people, that's a different game. To start my own company, that I ain't really think about doing. And in doing that now, radio broadcast company that has branched out. And you start learning more about tech. I wasn't a tech person. So you can figure it out if you want to learn. I definitely tell you that. If you want to know, you can figure it out. And through all the episodes, all the guests, 300, I would say probably, because I've done some episodes myself, so probably roughly about 320 guests. A lot of phenomenal stories. And I'm able to make people feel comfortable to share their story, which is really amazing. Because you ain't too quick to tell someone your life story in an hour. But they rock with me. I appreciate it. And I learned stuff about these different industries I didn't think too much about. I learned a tremendous amount about cybersecurity. That's a field you want to get into. Go check into it. Go to my MGWJLE Network YouTube channel. All the episodes are there. Definitely learned something. I first was doing audio on Anchor, so I got to upload those to my YouTube channel. Those was phenomenal interviews as well. A lot of great people. And man, 300, that's a lot of episodes. A lot of grinding. But it's doable. Which led to me, on this MLK weekend, definitely appreciate everything he's done. Sacrifice life to help us get to where we're doing some of the things we're doing now, which wasn't possible in the 60s. So definitely enjoy that day off Monday, the football and all that coming on, but do it in remembrance that great man put on the line for people to get some opportunities. I'm doing this because of what he did. So I definitely appreciate his sacrifice. My latest book's out, Order of Intellect, political thriller, working on a few more things. I didn't realize I was that creative either. I just stuck with the music, but you never know. You try something new and you keep working on it, keep getting better at it. It'll open different doors for you. I got a few books I'm working on to finish, children's Christmas story type book. I've written my first movie script, comedy movie. Created GoFundMe to get funding for it. Great story. You're gonna root for the main character. The second will be a romance comedy. Got to have some drama. Everything based in Detroit. I see everybody else do it. Everything's based from the D. And I'm working on a crime drama too. A fantasy story, because I love Marvel and DC. Just got to finish rewriting that one. I think it's something else I'm working on. Music, I got to get back to that. That'll be in a month to come. Work on my third album. I released my first music ever. That's out. Logan Storm, JLE original recordings. I started working the music back in 2005. So if you're someone that's been rocking with my music, first album, JLE Experience, second album, JLE World, you listen to all three, you will see the growth and me figuring out what my sound and style was. I'm at my dude, so a lot of it definitely was on that level. A lot of piano based. I branched out from that. What else I got going on? Books, those. And through this journey, I have over 5+ countries watching other shows. I didn't expect a lot of females rock with the sports though, but it's been pretty cool. Ground floor. We're gonna have a great episode with a panel tomorrow talking about dating in 26. Y'all see a lot of these videos people making, situations going on. That's gonna be interesting because definitely got some younger people that's in the 30 group range that can talk about their experiences, what's going on. And the goal is to try to give you all perspectives with the brand. Everything going on, educate, entertain, have fun. Just started my political show, JLE Lounge radio show, cover world events. It's a 24-hour news cycle. Need to keep you informed. And anybody that thinks about doing this, it's work. But it's cool work at the same time, man, because to create a show, you're doing all the job titles. You do the research, you executive produce it, you the host. Then you do the video production, editing, make the reels, or if you got the AI doing it for you. It's no different than you watch this TV shows now, except you doing it. And I started off at a podcast, but now I have shows that people look forward to watching. And with this one, it's definitely all about the different career fields to help someone who's trying to figure out what they should do, get us a snapshot. Or maybe they want to do some of the CEOs or vice presidents of companies that I've interviewed, or entrepreneurs, and what they're doing. So I got a selection of a lot of different fields so far. that you might want to jump into. And you watch the shows, you'll be amazed by the stories of people taking a chance. I mean, for a lot of people, COVID hit, made them reevaluate what they were doing, what their purpose. Goals, make money, take trips, chill with your family. But when that happened, kind of reset everything. Are you doing what you really should be doing? And these are some people interviewed that were making six figures, but they wasn't fulfilled. They found what they really should be doing. They started it, put the work in, because you got to put the work in. You can't skip that step. It grew, and they still making the same six figures, but what they should be doing. So it's a lot of work, but it ain't hard. You ever sit back and think about what you really should be doing? Like, what's your why? I mean, I know people that know me that I've even talked to, like, I never saw you really, you was kind of quiet. You weren't that talkative. Like, no, I wasn't. I didn't think I'd be doing this. A former coworker saw me having my own radio show. I worked midnights years ago at Wayne State, but I was probably the only person that really saw me doing radio stuff. I'm doing a radio show. I'm gonna be in the studio making some music. But it all works together. And then writing a movie script. A lot of work, a lot of research. But a lot of people I listen to that are motivational speakers, when you open your mind to just see where it can go, you do anything. Now I'm working on the next step to where get the money, get the right people to play the characters, and make it. And put it out there. and I know a lot of people got the joke, oh, it's a Tubi movie because it's low budget. Not all Tubi stuff low budget. I don't know where my movie gonna wind up, but it's gonna be out here. And the whole point is for things about an hour and 40 minutes to make you laugh, make you get away from stuff you deal with and watch a story unfold. Now, definitely, a lot of people I encountered had influences on the characters. Even my romance comedy movie I'm working on, people I'm encountering, their personalities. Yeah. Crime drama, that's like a parallel world. If I didn't stay on the right side and I did go to the street life, what would that story be? I think it'd be compelling. I believe it's going to be compelling. Got more work to fill it out. But, man, creating story is pretty cool. My co-host, he got some stuff coming down the pipeline on ground floor. Y'all going to love. And it's a beautiful thing to see people getting creative. I was person on the weekend, MLK weekend. We hitting the club, we getting a drink, we getting that weed, we gonna get it. Not got home from work and meal prepped, and I spent time writing out all the shows for this weekend. Talking business with my homeboy. But to me, that's fun. CEO life stuff, entrepreneur, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's really cool that people rock with this show. All of them. To where people in Russia watch my interviews. That's still the craziest thing. I'm about to get my passport to get back out, see the world. Someone might recognize my face, voice. That's going to be crazy. But I ain't doing nothing. Can't nobody else do if they put the work in. Anything upcoming right now? Well, I guess if I had to ask a question, what is the one thing of all this that makes it worth it? I know I talk to some people like, well, where the money at? Like, I'm still working on that. Some God told me to do, and I have an infinite belief. He told me to do it. At each step when it's ready, those things will take place. My job is to not to lose the love to keep doing this. So I went through a lot of that last year. Like, I could doing something else on my weekend, but nah, man, you got to keep going because people will start reaching out if I didn't put a replay up. That's when I really started noticing you're building something people are tuning into. I'm working to get my scratch my YouTube channel. I mean, definitely people watch it. Just got 8 subscribers up. I reached 100,000 views, which is crazy. But that's putting the content out. And man, that's still a crazy number. 100,000 people have checked out my shows or clips. But hey, I don't know everything this journey gonna do, but we gotta keep going. So when I look at it, I'm close to doing 350 episodes, which is like, wow. I used to watch the shows of the 80s and 90s when they do like 12 seasons, 300 episodes. Like, we can have a conversation. I just love watching Cheers, for example. We can have a conversation about, you got 300 episodes too. Like, how'd you keep getting up to keep doing it, keep going? Because repeating that process is a lot. Reaching out to people. I live by the tagline where we treat you like families. I want you to be very comfortable to share your story. Because I know it's impacting someone that watches this. 100,000 people have watched it. It's impacting somebody. And I'm humbled by that. I mean, this stuff makes me look at when I'm on social media, be mindful what you put out, what you do, because people watching. So LA got some parents at home. That's what I was raised on. No, don't go viral for doing something wild and crazy, because people I know, they talk a lot of trash. I don't want to let that be. I want to go viral, but I don't want it to be something wild and crazy where people really be like, "For real, Jeff?" Nah. I want to be something impactful to help people, especially the youth, because hopefully this show can be that to encourage them. You can be whatever you want. You put the work in. I mean, coming up in the 90s, 80s, you always had that around of people talking to us about what you want to do, where you see yourself going when you get older. And 26 look like we're starting to get back to some old school things. And that's a good thing. I know, like, shout out to my man Chester on LinkedIn. He has a huge network. He reposts a lot of my stuff. I appreciate it. Down there in great state of Texas. And I'm just starting to see a lot of people that poured into me last year. That's what got me back to making my daily videos. My fellow coworker, he always got jokes. Like I'm waiting on, gonna make your uplifting video, Jeff. Like, yep, got to do it. Even it's always cold when I'm going to do it. I'm outside early in the morning, but I want to pay that forward because there's a lot of people stuff I was watching that kept me encouraged. I want to pay that forward, do the same for others. And middle ground overall brand, that's what it is, to encourage. You get something out of it because there's a lot going on in the world, man. This show definitely get your priorities in order, get the career, focus on that type level. My sports show, Sports Lounge, we're gonna talk trash. We ain't gonna be serious. We're gonna talk trash. Some teams I like, some teams I don't. Friday night, 9:30, yeah. You got a beverage in your hands, food, you're gonna get a good laugh. Much love to my co-host, she had to step away. But we go back and forth talking about sports. She's up and down. I don't like Lamar Jackson. Hell of a talent, but we'll talk about it in another hour. And then ground floor, man, we keep it real honest on that show, 9 o'clock Saturdays. Because it's so much going on with people putting stuff out. Man, my co-host sent me some videos earlier. I'm just sitting here like, what the hell? Okay, this is probably stuff we can touch on tomorrow. Let's get it. I'm with it. So this episode 338, man, very reflective, thankful. Poppy collar because the content is pretty good. It's dope. You want to rock with it. All the guests are amazing that share their story. And we have fun doing it. If we need to go there Bible study, we're going to do Bible study with it. Because some people have been through some things to get to where they are. So whenever I might post, the sun will rise in the morning, that's real because people got testimony. You might see them as a CEO, but to get to that CEO status, they went through a lot of life lessons along that journey. And hopefully you learn them because you don't want to keep repeating it. You don't want to do that. You want to definitely, when the lessons come, learn from them and keep moving forward. Don't be hard-headed like me and some or other people because what has been my biggest challenge? Well, upcoming stuff. Got 2 new episodes tomorrow. JLE Lounge radio show 1 o'clock. Replay interview at 7 tomorrow. 9 o'clock ground floor. Tonight 9:30 Sports Lounge. This episode, clips and all that will be up before Monday. I'm in talks for getting my shirts and hats, merchandise type stuff that's coming. Reach out to me if you want to advertise your products on the show. We had a conversation. I got to retool my website. So that will be in the works soon. Anything else upcoming? I'm working on release party for all my products. That'll be when it get warm, because right now we got snow. I don't want to go out there in that. So that'd probably be summertime. Yeah. And through this, I met some cool people that I've been on their shows. Like my girl Tiffany Para, her show, Authors Network. Been interviewed by some other great people. So that's the same question I asked everybody else. Biggest challenge on this journey has been I gotta use my second oldest brother to keep me motivated at times. I would say stay motivated and focused because you got stuff going on. You try to and you building something. You get discouraged. I'm like, man, I'm kind of what I'm doing this for. And I would tell him, like, man, just keep that same hunger and love for doing it. Don't never make it become a chore. And I kept that. So that's been the biggest challenge to just keep the energy for it. Make sure try to get better every episode, even still now. You're more comfortable talking about himself. And your words was being impact. Hopefully, if anybody who watches this or who've been watching me that I don't know, but I know them, they might see the consistency that Jeff will research it. He'll try, he'll fail, he'll tweak it and keep trying to where he figure it out. So hopefully that's something people get from who've been watching me or they check out the show or the shows. Just keep working. Keep working. Go to game with advice to have someone trying to find a purpose. Definitely seek God counsel. And be honest with yourself on what your true interests are. What would you do for free? Where when it's time to hit that clock, you jumping out the bed, you ready to go get it, you ready to put everything into it. That thing or multiple things, because some people have multiple talents, might be where you need to be. And you owe it to yourself to try to find it, figure it out. Because you don't want to get to the end of the road and look over your life and like, I always wanted to be a painter, author, whatever it is. And I was too afraid to try. Shouldn't have no regrets. Shouldn't have no regrets at all. And shout out to my mom, because I know she's been encouraging. Some of her friends be watching my show. So at times I be learning, people I didn't know watching, like, I just saw Jeff's new episode. I'm like, okay. But definitely do those things to figure it out for yourself, because you owe that to you. Even I was told recently, like, someone checked my product content out, like, yeah, that's you. And before COVID, you couldn't, just wasn't even a thought. I'm looking at some corporate job. Other than a record company, I want to own something. I don't know what, but I figured out down the road. And now few companies I own. In my cleaning company, small business cleaning guy. I'm soon gonna be back on the road with vehicles so I can get my clients. Got my press pass, need to get downtown, getting the thick of what's going on. Because Lyft ain't cheap. And keep growing it. So I can start being down in Georgia where my co-host is. We can do live shows there. Or do a live show in Cali. Got people out there. But reach for the stars in 26, man. Whatever you're thinking about, try it. Don't hold it back. You shouldn't get to December and have regrets on nothing. Roll the dice. One thing Tupac always said, I like, at least try for it. That quote stuck with me from one of his songs. Because a lot of people hesitant to try. And if you're trying, you're already winning. You can always get better at it, but you put yourself out there. And that's mad props. You making content, put yourself out there. Build a platform. You never know what hidden talents people you know got. So as I approach, probably 12 episodes away. So before this season out, I'll be on episode 350. We'll come back, revisit it again. See what I learned from trying different things, whatever. But definitely roll the dice. See what's out there. Now, sports show will be up in another hour. Lots of them are going on. Don't want to miss that one. Enjoy this MLK weekend. If you're in a snowy area like us, be safe. Do something for you. You got to have balance. You work hard all the time. Got to balance it out. Till next time, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to purchase my latest products, my books and music, go to Amazon.com. I have new merchandise on the way. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE Network. Thanks for coming.
Detroit, welcome to the D, baby.